What's up, everyone? Welcome to Dude West. I'm going to share a recipe that I used to cook some duck the other night with my family. It was wood duck, so it's not a very fatty duck. That's something you should know. It was duck shot in Florida. I'm from Florida. I drove down here for the holidays and figured share the recipe. It tastes pretty good, so maybe other people will enjoy it too. I won't lie. I watched a Chef Gordon Ramsay video before I made it, so this has his influence all over it. You could probably find a very similar recipe or the exact same one on his channel, but this is Dude West.
Alrighty, so if you've cooked duck before, you might think these duck breasts are pretty small, and to that I would say you're right, and that's because these are wood ducks that my family shot. These aren't like farm ducks that are going to have tons of fat on them to render off. So we just clean these and pop the breasts in the pan in some canola oil. They're not very fatty, so there's no fat to render off of them, but before I put them in there, I seasoned them in 5-spice, salt, and pepper. We also had a side of asparagus that we seasoned in olive oil, salt, pepper, and Parmesan cheese. I would recommend heating the oven up to 400 degrees before you put it in, and then that would help make that asparagus really crispy. Tastes pretty good. I love asparagus. Now you'll see in this part I flipped the duck over. We're just getting a good sear on both sides. This duck cooks pretty fast. Like I said, the breasts aren't giant. Once I got a good sear on both sides of the duck breast, I added some honey to the top of them as well as in the pan to begin a pretty tasty glaze. I added soy sauce as well. Now this part is straight from Chef Gordon Ramsay himself, so if you don't like it, take it up with him, not me. I thought it tasted pretty good at the end result though, so that's why I'm sharing it with y'all. I let that honey and soy sauce come to a simmer, and I let the duck rest in that honey and soy sauce for a little bit, so the flavors would impart onto it. But after it was done, obviously don't want it to burn, so I removed it, put it on a plate, and the next step was to pull the asparagus and pull the mashed potatoes. We did the asparagus 15 minutes. I would recommend 20 if you want them a little bit more crispy. But as you can see, this is the final result. It's pretty good, easy and simple. So sounds like a good idea to you. I'd recommend giving it a try. Thanks for joining me.